How's everyone doing? Prepare yourself, cause this finna be a long video. Just to get things out the way, man. The title doesn't fool you, man. Dragon Ball Super is a prequel, not a sequel. Know what I mean? It's a prequel to the end of Z. Know what I mean? This is not like technically, I don't know how you would label it, but it's in between the ends of the Buu arc. Now, I mean, the Buu arc still hasn't ended technically until Oob arrived. So, Dragon Ball Super until this point has just been one big filler. Okay? So, I don't know what it is about people that think they would just retcon the ending of Z. The ending of Z is over 20 years old. Why the fuck would they retcon that shit? Especially when Akira Toriyama loves the ending of Z. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna go over a few things. People mad. I don't know why. Mostly Americans. When people say, how can Goku leave his family and train with Oob? I'm like, are we watching the same series? That's all Goku does is leave his family to train. I mean, what the fuck is going on? He leaves his family sometimes years and months at a time. I mean, that's not nothing new. I guess you whatever. Okay, and another thing. Oob, Pan, and Brawl have nothing to do with GT. When Akira Toriyama wrote the end of the Z, he had no idea there was going to be a GT. Some people see the last few episodes of Z and think, okay, it's setting up for GT. The end of Z sets up for Oob to be like the main new hero. So Oob made like what 2 or 3 appearances in GT. So yeah, it had nothing to do. The end of Z and GT have nothing to do with each other. A lot of you want Gohan to be the main focus. I love Gohan. I'm with you. I love Gohan, but we have to be honest with ourselves. Outside of fighting, Gohan is pretty boring. Like, that's just what it is. I said in another video, like, I'd rather see a filler episode with Master Roshi than Gohan, because Gohan, outside of fighting, is boring. Ever since he became an adult and a family man, even though I have nothing against that family man, he's a boring family man. You know what I mean? He's just not interesting outside of fighting. Fighting, he's a genius, and it's always a pleasure to see, but outside that, no. Okay. And what else? Oh yeah, a lot of you want the story to be centered around Goten and Trunks, but it lacked personality. First of all, I honestly believe Akira Toriyama drew Goten just so Kid Trunks can have someone to play with. I used to love Goten when I was a little kid, but now that I'm older, I just see this whole character standpoint. I'm like, they don't do nothing with Goten. But Goten and Trunks will most likely be like playing big brother roles, like how Gohan had Piccolo and Krillin. That's how Trunks and Goten. That's how Trunks and Goten is going to be. Like, they're not going to be the main focus, but they're going to have some moments to shine, especially when they get older. I truly believe that. A lot of you want the shit. Why Goku can't train Pan? I'm like, damn, man, that's like a little Goku, man. That's like keeping it going in the family. Now, I mean, it's a lot more interesting. I rather see the resurrection of Kid Buu get trained than Gohan's daughter. Now, I mean, nothing against Gohan's daughter. She'll probably either be a love interest or she'll be like a rival. Like, you know how Goku's always on top? Oob will always be on top, but right behind Goku is Vegeta. I think Pan will play a Vegeta role. I've seen a lot of people say that Goku's way stronger than Kid Buu. I'm like, come on, guys. We don't even know how strong Kid Buu was. I mean, if I can understand Goku beat him physically, but Goku needed a spirit bomb with the help of everybody on Earth. Kid Buu wiped the floor with Fat Buu, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. You know what I mean? Goku thought he'd be strong enough, but Kid Buu was a lot stronger than he thought. And y'all gotta imagine, Kid Buu wasn't even serious. If Kid Buu was serious, he would have killed them off the muscle, but he was toying with them. He was having fun like a kid, like Goku said. Fighting was like a game to him. Imagine that kind of power being disciplined and trained. Even though Majin Buu hasn't got much shine during this arc, during this series so far, y'all have to realize, man, Buu is still a big deal. They've been mentioning Buu in little bits and pieces. Now, I mean, there's a reason for that. I don't know what Akira is planning, but there's a reason for that. Because in the manga, even Zamasu knew about Buu, and he was in Universe 10. When Frieza, we learned early in the series, Frieza's family told him, stay away from Beerus and Majin Buu. Now think, Beerus is a god, so Boo is a god level threat. For him to be mentioned in the same sense as Beerus. So in the manga, it was stated it was Beerus' job to kill Boo, but Beerus was always asleep. That's why he never did it. I mean, I really think Boo has a lot to do with the mortal level, but that's another discussion for later. But the fact that it takes a god of destruction to deal with you, you gotta think if Goku didn't know the spirit bomb technique, they would have won. They wouldn't have won. Beerus probably had to Hakai him. Like, I know a lot of people seen the fight between him and Fat Boo, and like, okay, yeah, he one shot at Fat Boo. Fat Boo and Kid Boo are not like Beerus. I don't even care fuck how powerful you are. You're not one shotting. You're not one shotting Kid Boo. I don't give a fuck who you are. Now, a lot of people like, if Oob is born with Kid Boo's level, why would Goku train him? How strong can he be? Listen, we've seen how strong 17 can get with years of training. We've seen how strong Frieza can get with 4 months of training. If Frieza can become God level with just 4 months of training, imagine how strong Oob will be in like 5 years worth of training if he's already born with the power level of Kid Boo. Like, come on, guys. Not only will I predict that one day Oob will be stronger than Beerus and Goku, I predict one day Oob will be the first one to push an angel. I don't know. I'm not saying he's going to defeat an angel, but he's going to push an angel. Now let's talk about how important Oob is to Akira Toriyama. In 1995 was the last panel that Akira drawn, and it was of Goku flying off of Oob. How about Akira Toriyama came back in 2007 that added colored panels with Goku giving Oob the Nimbus? I mean, come on, guys. People, like, don't confuse Oob with Launch. That's like saying I forget you. If you forget high school, I'm sure you're gonna remember your last few years of your last few months of high school. You might not remember your freshman shit, but you're gonna remember your last years of high school. Like, Akira Toriyama's not gonna forget the last thing he's ever drawn. I mean, y'all sound stupid when y'all say that. Even in the spin-off manga, it wasn't really a spin-off manga. It was just like a separate. It was a separate manga. Yeah, it's a spin-off manga. Fuck it, it's a spin-off manga. There's a manga called Naiko Maijin. It's about a cat disciple of Goku's that learned how to fight. It's a real good manga. On the last few chapters, he got a visit. On the last chapter, he got a visit from Goku, and Goku was like, "Can you help me out?" And the cat was like, "Whoa, master, there's a problem that you or Oob can't fight. Can't handle." He didn't say like he said it like, "Whoa, like even you and Oob can't handle it." That's how strong Oob is. That's Akira Toriyama wrote that. That was in the 90s. Akira Toriyama did that shit. So for y'all to think that they would forget about Oob is just stupid. And another thing is, people have to realize if someone was talked about in episode 30 and it talked about in episode 6, you have to imagine that whole time is just letting y'all enjoy the series, but don't forget about Oob. You got to the Universe 6 tournament. We finna go have the Universe 6 tournament. Okay, let me throw something about Oob. Don't forget about Oob. Okay, Trunks had his little moment. Shit, what else? What happened after that? Okay, you finna start the Universe 7. You finna start the Universe Survival tournament. Okay, don't forget about Oob. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen after this tournament. They're probably gonna do a couple episodes, but after that, man, they're gonna have the main focus on Oob. And don't get it twisted now, Oob's not going when Oob comes in the series, he's not gonna be like a Yamcha or what's it called? Who else can I compare him to? A Yamcha or a Tien or a Launch. He's not gonna appear, okay, Goku's gonna train him and that's it. Like once Oob gets in the story, he's either gonna be like here's what this is how the series goes right now. It goes Goku, Vegeta, and everybody else. When Oob gets in the story, it's either gonna be Oob, Goku, or it's gonna be Goku, Oob, and everybody else. Like Oob is passing Vegeta on the importance scale. Vegeta, of course, they're not gonna stiff Vegeta like they did Gohan, but Vegeta's a fan favorite, so they're always gonna do good. But if Akira Toriyama has to put someone more important, Vegeta or Oob, you already know he's choosing Oob. Because he's the Goku's disciple. He's the one that Goku's passing the next generation on to. He's the one who he's passing techniques to. Now, people act like, what's the story going to be of Oob? He can damn near have 50 episodes just on Earth alone. You know what I mean? He's like a different kid Goku. He's like someone who's strong, but he's naive to the world around him. We don't even have to talk about universe until later. And the good thing about the other universes that's going to be left after the tournament, if all of them not left, the universes that was exempt from the tournament, those warriors are stronger than anybody in the tournament. Like Jiren is probably standards for the other universes. So Oop can go to them universes and fight them strong people. So this whole idea that Oob is like that people thought that Goku, okay, they're gonna get to the end of the Z, Goku's gonna meet Oob, he's gonna train him for like 2 months, and that's it. And you'll probably get like a cool fighting scene with Oob every once in a while. Like, no, Oob is gonna be a major deal. Because Oob is the only one that could save the series. Every week we always hear about people complaining about Goku. Well, maybe you would like somebody else then. Maybe Oob will be maybe Oob's the one who you're supposed to like. Maybe they're writing it a certain way so you don't have to like Oob. You know what I mean? What else? Because, okay, let me just break down Super so far. Okay, Super so far has been Beerus, Frieza, Universe 6 tournament, Trunks, and we're on the survival tournament. Not much has happened. I mean, not that much time has happened. Even though it's been like 2 years, not much has happened. So, my prediction is we probably like 4 years after the Boo arc, in my opinion. 4 or 5 years, like as soon as the tournament's over, they're gonna have to go on a little break. Like I imagine after such an important event, they need time of peace. So Goku's probably gonna train a while. Then after that, he's gonna meet Oob. Now, when it comes to when he meets Oob, they're probably gonna either reanimate it, the last episodes of Z, or they're gonna skip past it. But this whole video was to say, yeah, Super is a good series, but Super is a prequel. This universe tournament is just filler. It's just cool ass filler. Nothing else, nothing more. Universe 7 will win this tournament. Them bringing up Oob twice in the series is letting y'all know. Even though that because in Universe 6 tournament you had Earth at a risk of switching universes. They're like, oh, don't worry, Goku and the team will win because Oob is gonna be brought up later. And in the Universe Survival tournament, then it's like, if you want to train Oob, they don't know his name yet. If you want to train that boy on the island, you have to win this tournament. We already know we're going to win the tournament. You know what I mean? We already know this tournament is going to go to Universe 7. So it's just filler. I don't know why people just don't get it. Like, people act like, oh my God. Like, for us to really enjoy Super, for me personally, for really enjoy Super, we have to give that Oob story out the way so we don't know what's going to happen. That's like no matter, because at this point, no matter how dangerous the enemy might seem, no matter how strong Jiren might seem, no matter how strong Hit might seem, at the end of the day, we know Universe 7 is going to win. There was no sense of danger. But with Oob, we don't know. We might get characters like Oob. He might not even like the Dragon Balls. He's like, I don't want to use the Dragon Balls even if he lose somebody. We don't know. But right now, all we do know is that they will win this tournament. Dragon Ball Super so far is a prequel, and this universe survival tournament is just a filler. I'm sorry to hurt nobody's feelings. That just is what it is, man. Inbox me, leave comments. I don't care. You know I'm telling the truth.